Opposition.
It is absolutely true that we were able to collect taxes from powerful corporations while having less bureaucracy at CRA. We deliver more for less. By contrast, this Prime Minister's top tax collector says he doesn't have the resources to go after the $15 billion the Prime Minister gave in wage subsidies, illegal wage subsidies to these powerful corporations. This is an agency that has added 10,000 additional tax collectors.
Wow.
Right.
What are they doing? Going after the little guy. Why won't they go after the Prime Minister's corporate friends instead?
The Honourable Minister for Family.
Mr. Speaker, if we want to talk about the little guy, I've been talking to small businesses and charitable organizations across this country who say to me every time I meet with them, thank you for the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy. We would not have been able to keep our doors open. We would not have been able to keep our people employed had it not been for this vital and crucial support at the height of the pandemic. Unfortunately, we have the Leader of the Opposition who said we don't want big government. We don't want to help Canadians during this time. Well, Mr. Speaker, we took a different approach. We were there for Canadians when they needed us, and we'll continue to be there. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader of the Opposition.
She should talk to her fellow colleague who just admitted that I voted in favor of supporting small businesses during the pandemic. But we, on this side of the House, are against fraud. There's been $15 billion in overpayments given directly to the largest corporations who should not have received it. And now the Prime Minister's top tax collector says that he's not going to go after the money. He'll just leave it in the hands of those corporations. This money equals $1,000 for every household in Canada. Why do they put the burden on the Canadians who are drowning in debt rather than the powerful corporations that are swimming in profit?
The Honourable Minister of Tourism.
Our government is against fraud as well, and for every dollar that we invest in the Canada Revenue Agency, we get $5 back in people that have avoided their taxes. That is a fantastic return on investment, Mr. Speaker. And let's be clear, CRA is working hard to get back the wage subsidies that were given to people in error. Mr. Speaker, our government also put place regulations to make sure that companies that put money towards profits have those monies clawed back. Mr. Speaker, a windfall tax on the banks and insurance companies as well. We're doing the right thing. We're sticking up for Canadians.
The Honourable Member for La Prairie. Mr. Speaker, yesterday the Prime Minister refused to denounce the disinformation on the French language charter at the Official Languages Committee. He even refused to correct that disinformation to reassure Anglophone Quebecers on the real effects of C-13 and Bill 96. So he's not denouncing the disinformation, he's not fixing it. If he's not denouncing it or fixing it, that means he approves it. Mr. Speaker, at the end of the day, is the position of the members for St. Laurent, Westmount and Mont-Royal on French in Quebec also the position of the Prime Minister? Is that his position? The Honourable Minister of Official Languages. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we were very clear. Our government is the first government to recognize the importance of French across the country, including in Quebec, and that's why we're moving ahead with Bill C-13. We've been very clear in the throne speech. Our government and the Prime Minister has also been very clear that we are moving forward with this bill to make sure that we do our fair share to protect and promote French across the country and also to protect official language minority communities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable